how can we help? And the answer was simple, I understand, show up this year. So luckily they did. Performing in Peterborough for 5 years, the Cheryl Casselman Trio has rightfully gotten a lot of attention with their crisp folk, bluegrass and country sound. Cheryl's award-winning songwriting talent is also clearly evident in her last album, Good Samaritan. Your third studio album, I understand? Good for you. And now with her bandmates, Michael OToole and Al Kirby, the trio is writing together, and no doubt that will result in a lot more great music. So, making their Peterborough Performs debut, please join me in welcoming the Cheryl Casselman Trio.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Peterborough. We are so honored to be here. This is Michael OToole, Dr.Al Kirby. We're the Casselman Trio. We're going to play you some original songs today. About 20 some odd years ago, I went through a pretty rough divorce. And I had 2 little kids, and I was writing a song, and I was frustrated. And I was writing a song about their dad, my ex-husband. I didn't want the kids to know that I was dissing their dad, so I wrote a song about some lost cat. And the funny part is the kids even helped me write it. Alright, so here we go. It's called Some Lost Cat.
Take him home, big mistake. His can't scratch, can't climb, can't keep you out all night. Well, I gave him all back, and it sure smelled a lot better. Big mistake, 'cause can't scratch, can't climb, can't keep you out all night. Well, after a while, it hit me. There was nothing I could do to help this cat. No way, no how. So when it was late one night, I let him out. Now I don't have no scratching, now I don't have no biting. Some sleep at night. Thank you so much. This next song I want to dedicate to my husband. He's here tonight. His name is Jimmy. He's a Ojibwe and he's from Georgian Bay. And the song is about his grandfather. He told me the story about his grandfather. It's like a Tom Thompson story. He was one of the best fishing guides in Georgian Bay. And he died mysteriously, and his body was found floating in front of the Grand Ojibwe Hotel, which is up in Georgian Bay in the islands, out in the middle of nowhere. This fantastic hotel was built by the Americans during Prohibition. And the police didn't do a very good investigation, and it was kind of just swept under the carpet, and there was never any justice done. But you know, all the locals know that it was foul play. So I like to play this song, I like to dedicate it to my husband, because this still happens today in Canada. And thank you, yeah. And yeah, we hope that it raises some awareness. So thank you very much for clapping. Okay, it's called Napoleon. His name was Longland. He was a wonder's son. To everyone who knew him, he was our Napoleon. He guided rivers, he guided shores, navigate by tree line as he did the oars. He was the best damn man on the water, and that's why it was so strange when his body floating in the water in front of the Ojibwe, in front of the Ojibwe. Was the spring of '73 out of Georgian Bay. Boat churned out the water and they thought it was a sleeping bag. Native was in his blood and the water was in his soul. 6 children left behind and they still want to know. He was the best damn man on the water, and that's why it was so strange to find his body floating in the water in front of the Ojibwe, in front of the Ojibwe. Last man to see him alive and very little to say. Left us with an uneasy feeling even to this day. His case was closed, just not enough evidence. Cops said, was he a drinking or it could have been circumstance? He was the best damn man on the water, and that's why it was so strange when his body floating in the water in front of the Ojibwe, in front of the Ojibwe, in front of the Ojibwe. Thank you so